Hello everyone. Ugh. Forget what that says. I have no idea what it says. It's just a hat and it's woolly. I think it's some car brand or something for tires. But hello everyone. Welcome to another vlog of my E30 build where I am hopefully going to be doing majority of the work to the rear arches and calling it a day with all that. So let's get to it and see where we left off from. Everyone, right now what I'm doing is creating this. Doesn't look like much, does it? So this is basically going to be the gap between where the old panel was for the fuel door and up to the new area. So I've gotten some mesh metal wire. I mean, not wire. It's like just basically a sheet of mesh metal, and just basically going through it all and curved it into this shape. Cut it down and everything. I've used some duct tape to kind of get a shape for it all now. I stuck it on. Got a good understanding of how it's going to go on. And now I'm going to look at seeing if I can make sure that it stays as it is. So, taking off some of this, and I'll show you in a minute how I fitted it on earlier. So, as you guys can see, I've got these little extending pieces coming out. So I drilled out the old piece, mentioned that before. So there is the new area. Gonna hook it over like this. And you can see just how it would have fitted in. This is obviously something that I've never done before. I've not really seen other people show how to do it before. I'm literally going with the flow. And just trying to figure it out in a creative manner as I think of. And my finger really hurts because I've burned from earlier. Don't worry about that. But yeah, so at least now I know that I could do this at some point however I wish to. I might actually look at leaving this now, fitting the arch on, and then depending on what needs to be done from that, installing this and properly blending this in with the arch and the rest of the actual bodywork so there's no gap. So everyone, it's getting a bit colder now. Trying to get the car done as quick as possible, and it's time for me to get some tiger seal going. I'm going to use some tape on it. So I'm going to use some tape to plug that up once I've finished using it. So there's only one thing to do now, and at the moment I'm in that mood where I just want to get it done. So I'm going to manage to make a hole in this now. So yeah, that's it. Hole's been made. I'm going to start oozing out once I get this on. Start using this to pump up. Good news, I managed to get it working like this. So let's get on with that and bring this in closer so you guys actually get a good view of what it is that I'm doing. So it's basically just sealing up this whole area so nothing can ever seep through. Alright guys, I'm gonna just carry on with this and I'll catch you guys up in a bit because it's gonna take a little while and you're gonna get bored. This is my ingenious way of testing the arch's location all on my own. Oh man, gotta love being a little bit creative and a little bit crazy. But yeah, I just literally just used that, propped it against the wall, extended this part just here with the little handle there, and creating my tension. So that's basically what we're doing now. So removing everything back off from my crazy contraption of checking everything's fitment while you're on your own, because obviously when you're working on a car on your own, when it's something like this, it's a bit more tricky. Why? Because you end up needing an extra 2-4 hands. So, you know, one person holding it, another person holding it on the other side, and then you get to look around the alignment. Would have made life a lot easier, but life isn't that easy for me all the time. So yeah, that's all of that basically checked up. I'm gonna finish this side off first. Once I get this side sorted, I'm gonna start looking at the other side. I'm gonna kind of do them both parallel if I can, but I'm not gonna rush it, because obviously with this side helps having the wall next to it. The other side there isn't a wall next to it, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna align anything. But the other side does have the petrol filler cap, so I don't know. Forget that. But yeah, so that's it right now. I'm gonna remove all of this, and then we can look at doing some more cutting. So for now, peace out everyone. So that's how the arches look now. I've applied the I forgot what it's called now, tiger seal. So I've applied that all in, done it a couple of times, made sure any gaps or anything like that have been sorted, but it's quite a large amount cut off, to make sure that the new arches fit on nicely. Obviously that's not the arch gap, the car is still jacked up in the air. I'll show you the other side as well. So that's that. The reason why I've left the tabs on, don't know if you guys remember, as I said before, I wanted to leave the tabs because I wanted to create a seal between, well not a seal, a guard between the fiberglass and this part of the panel here. So I'm just going to create something inside to stop anything from going through, and it just adds a little bit of support to it. But that's this side as well, all cut. This side's not as clean as the other one does look a lot smoother. Look how matte the car looks now because of how cold it is, and it's quite humid. But yes, that's the majority of the actual car work done now. I'm gonna look at dropping it down, and then up next will be fitting on the rear arches. So gotta make sure I do that properly, because I don't want them to be fitted on and then them falling off. Yeah, now I'm gonna take the car up for a quick test drive, make sure everything's running fine, no rubbing or anything like that. So gotta open the garage up and move the car that's in front of the garage. There we go. That's everything done. Just gotta leave the keys somewhere in the car. Foot on the brake. You just gotta quickly move the car on the driveway. No matter how small of a drive you do in this car, it always feels special. There's a 33. Yeah, that's the car parked up out of the way. Sounds so good. But yeah, now I've got to quickly jump into the E30 and get that moved. So, peace. It's been so long since I've turned this car on, and it sounds just like it used to. So now I'm just going to quickly take the car out for a test drive, make sure everything's alright, and I will catch you guys once I'm back home. If I'm not able to record while driving, because I left my camera holder inside the house. In fact, let me just check. No, wait, I have one. Bear with me. Right, let's get the car out of the garage. I think that's the power steering making that noise. That's definitely something in the boot moving around. last time. Should be seeing the panels like this now. So that's it. Just gonna get on with working on the rest of it now. To the lights off so I could do a little bit of a stronger clamping or something like that for when I put the arches on. But yeah, that's it. Everything's done up now. Time to get on with the last bit of work to get the rear arches on. With my Dremel right now, just doing these holes, sanding them down. So notice there was a bit of surface rust on them. See just a little bit there on the left, just there. So sanding them down, getting them ready. Don't really need to do too much, just get it down to bare metal where it's clean, which that is. I know it looks brown and rusted at the top. Once I get this all filled in, I wouldn't really be able to do that, so I'm gonna put a metal mesh through there. Show you guys how I'm gonna do that shortly. And once I've done that, I wouldn't have been able to do this that easily, so I thought get that done first. For anything else, I've done that there. I've done it here as well, and then one on this side. No idea why it had so many, but needs must. Now I gotta repair it. So now I'm just gonna get ready for getting everything done now. Peace. Just gonna get all my things ready, making sure this doesn't dry up by duct taping it all up. See if I can get that duct tape off now. It's not as easy when you have these gloves on. So I'm just gonna start applying on this now. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. That's that part. So I've got the mesh right here. It's nice and flat. And police going by. Sounds very important, but I use latex gloves.